This is Eileen Caddy's guidance for today, January the 19th. You cannot hope to grow spiritually unless you're prepared to change. Those changes may come in small ways to begin with, but as you move further and further into the new, they will become more drastic and vital. Sometimes it needs a complete upheaval to bring about a whole new way of life. But it is amazing how soon you can get used to change as long as you have the courage and conviction that the changes which are taking place are all for the very best. Let perfection always be your aim. Keep stretching. Keep reaching up to the seemingly impossible. Keep growing in wisdom and understanding. And never at any time be content to remain static. There is always something more to be learnt. There is always something new and wonderful to discover in this life. So expand your consciousness and your imagination to make room for it. Keep open and receptive so that you miss nothing. Well, this is again a familiar theme, but that concept of being on a spiritual path requiring us to be willing to change is something that it took me a long time to figure out. I was very happy in my own little bubble of spirituality, meditating in order to get things, in order to feel calmer, in order to hear my intuition more easily, in order to release the stress of my working life. But I never really thought of embarking on my spiritual path as something that required me to let go of behaviors and parts of myself that were no longer in alignment, that there might be something imperfect about me, about my learned behaviors and beliefs and thought patterns that I would need to change in order to grow and fully develop. But of course, there is the path of transformation is a path of growth that requires us to look honestly and nakedly at ourselves and change fully, to be willing to look at what's sometimes called the shadow, the more unpalatable parts of ourselves, and be willing to hold them in the light, be willing to accept them about ourselves, and be willing to try and do better as well in a very loving and compassionate way. Change is hard, and it's hard to move into the new sometimes because, of course, there's so much comfort associated with staying where we are. That's why it's called the comfort zone, right? But this idea of the static and stagnancy that comes without growth and without change is what we have to focus on. There are really only two energies that move in life, and this is used in business a lot, but really it's the law of survival, it's the law of evolution. We're either growing or we're decaying. There is very little maintenance or static that happens or stagnancy that happens. If we're not growing, then we're in decline. So our courage is to always be stepping into that place of feeling slightly uncomfortable, of always moving into that place of new and growth, of noticing our old behaviors, of when we're comfortable, of all of our old patterns, and always choosing what might be and what will almost certainly feel the more uncomfortable option. But it's by doing that the greatest wonders of life are revealed to us and rewarded to us as well.